Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is JJ and I run a crochet amigurumi business called Jj Crochets, and in this week's studio vlog I'm thinking of trying to get back into social media, so posting on social media, reels and short form content. Also trying to post more photo content, especially on Instagram and Facebook, because I don't really post many photos because I don't take many photos. Because I make the same things over and over again, I'm not constantly taking photos and I don't make a lot outside of what I would sell in my business. This is a lot to do with the UKCA testing process. You essentially can't really sell one-off items, so I don't make one-off items. If I'm making something, then I'm seeing if it's something that I'm happy to make multiple of. If not, then it gets scrapped and I usually just give it to the kids or something. But I think in terms of photos, I just need to be a bit more creative. I could just take photos within my office and things like that and just share that, and so it feels a little bit more personal on my social medias. That and making sure that I've got up-to-date product photos. But the main thing is getting back into making reels and short form videos, because I was like so on it this time last year. I was posting 3 videos a week on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok and YouTube Shorts. It would always be the same video, but I would post 3 different videos a week. And this year, if you have been watching my previous videos, you would know that I've been feeling very burnt out recently. I've had a bit of a mental health dip, so I have not been really making any short form content. I've actually deleted the apps off of my phone, like my personal phone, because I wasn't enjoying consuming. I thought that it was bringing me down a little bit and I didn't want to get like too into being on my phone all the time, and I wanted to lower my screen time and stuff. So I ended up deleting those and I still have no desire to even get them back. But I have an old phone, it's my old iPhone X I think, and I can use that to publish the videos because I'm feeling a little bit inspired to make some things. I've got a few new ideas, but it's actually doing the editing now that I really don't want to do. But I think if I actually planned them out, seeing if there's anything extra I need to record to like put in these videos and spend that time doing so, since it's such nice weather outside. So the studio is lit up pretty well. This is it with the blinds actually closed because it's so bright outside. That is the main focus for this studio vlog, I think, would be to make some more reels. I've got a few written down here of what I would really like to do. So I have how I started my crochet business, how I balance business life and mum life, how I price my crochet items, why I chose to run a business over going to university, because if you didn't know, I actually dropped out of university, the highs and lows of running a business, a video of adding the eyes to some items because I've got some items that need the eyes adding to them, and then everything that I crocheted this week. I have been crocheting like a mad woman this week because I'm not wasting my time on social media. But I'm hoping things are about to change. I really hope that this will encourage me to continue to make short form content. Previously was trying to do 3 times a week, then 2 times a week, then 1 time a week, and then last week I didn't even post at all. But I'm just gonna go with the flow for now. I'm gonna see how I feel about making some content, and then I will sort of decide how often I'm going to post. I'm probably not going to keep such a rigid schedule anymore because it was just too draining and just it burnt me out on multiple occasions as well. So in a moment I will write a bit of a plan for some of the videos that I want to film, or whether I use B-roll for them or whatever. But first I'm going to show you what I got in my yarn order from Wool Warehouse, because I know I don't do this very often when I get yarn orders. I don't actually show them on camera. Usually my yarn orders are huge. Sometimes it can be like 5 to 10 of one colour, so I might just do a bit of a video of me putting them away or not even bother doing that, but I thought I would show you some of the colours that I've got, as I've got a few new colours in here. This is the colour that I use for my avocado coloured frogs. I just got 2 of those because I've only got 2 of those left, so I wasn't desperate for them because I've got quite a lot of chubby frogs already made, and then I've got a lot pre-made as well that just kind of need eyes on and closing up and stuff. But if I'm ordering from Wool Warehouse, I'm making sure that I order enough to reach the £40 mark, because then you get free shipping. So, and I know I'm going to use all this stuff, so it's not a waste, even though some people think it's a bit of a con. But in terms of buying yarn, that's not a con for me, because I will just buy more colours that I use all the time. So the same thing with the yellow. Actually, I've got 3 yellow down there, but I decided to order them anyway to get up to that £40 mark. The one thing that I actually needed was this. This was all I needed, and I only ordered one of these because I have not used this colour before, and sometimes I find that Wool Warehouse, the swatches on the website are a little bit off, so I will only order one of the colour if I'm ordering it for the first time. But I needed an orange colour for my ducks, because this is the colour that I currently use, but this is a Dolce yarn, so they're not too similar, but they're as similar as I could have got. The reason being is because the reason I don't really want to use that Dolce yarn is because it's for little pieces, sewing in the beaks and stuff like that. So Yarn Smith is much better for sewing, and because it doesn't shed as much. So I just thought this would be better. When I do my duckies, I sew on the beaks, the bigger beak, so they're properly sewed on, whereas the duckies in frog hats is just a couple stitches. But yeah, sewing on the beaks with the Dolce, it just sheds so much. It's crazy. So I thought if I got this one and I could change to that one now that that one's running out, and it will be a much better time sewing. I'm pretty okay with that colour. I got another grey because I got one of these last time I made an order because I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. So I've got another one, so now I've got 2. Some projects will need at least 2, but this is a good colour for my raccoons. I then got 2 darker greys. Again, last time I got one of these because it was the first time getting this colour. I'm happy with the colour for cats because I do grey cats. I do full grey cats, and I do like tabby grey cats, which both use this, or they used a similar colour to this but in Dolce. But again, you have to sew the tail on, so sort of slowly changing over to Yarn Smith where I can. There are a few colours that they're never going to get the match for. Lime green in Dolce, I don't ever expect to be getting that from somewhere else. I will always be getting that, the Yarn Art Dolce for that. But the ones that are fairly similar in colour, I'm just slowly trying to transition to changing them. I say slowly, 1, because obviously I've got a lot of yarn, but 2, the reason I'm not rushing to change everything over is because if you use a different brand of yarn, then you have to completely retest your items. So when I make items, they will have a new product code because it's a new yarn, it's a new colour, and they will have to be completely retested. So it's why I'm changing things over slowly. At the moment, I am now changing over axolotls and doing, not all of them, but pink and mint. They're being changed over to Yarn Smith. And talking of mint, I got another mint as well for the axolotls now that I've changed them over. And then I've got this one because I thought this was quite good for a teddy bear. I got one of these last time, and so I wanted to get a second one because this was a lovely teddy bear colour. And that is it in my yarn order. That's probably the smallest yarn order that I've got in a long time. But I'm going to put all these away. My yarn wall isn't looking so full at the minute because obviously it's that time of year where you really have to stretch your money in business because I don't have as many markets and things like that. Obviously that sort of part of the year is coming to a bit of an end, so this will probably start to look a bit more full in the next few months. So you can't see it all at the moment, but there are quite a lot of gaps, and that's because at this time of year you really have to make your money stretch in small businesses because you're not doing as many markets and things like that. So there is quite a lot of space. I have also done it so apart from 2 shelves at the bottom, they are all for chenille yarn now because I don't really use any other yarn. As the year goes on, maybe in the next few months or so, these will start to look more full because I'll do bigger orders. Not only because I'll be crocheting more because I'll have more and more markets, but because I might need colours more last minute, so I really like to stock up with my colours, because when you've only got like a week in between markets, and if you've sold a Freddy Bear, then I will want to make another Freddy Bear for my next market. So as long as I've got this colour to hand all the time at those sort of times, then that is great. Hello, so it has actually been a few days since I last recorded. Sorry I'm being quiet, the kids are asleep in the room next to me. A few days because yesterday was actually my birthday. I did a birthday sale, so because I was 23 I did 23% off everything, and I did get some orders, so I was very happy with that. I did get a hook order which I will do at some point. I'm not sure if it will be in this video or the next video. I'll probably show that. I have been helping a friend out the last few days as well, so I've been spending quite a lot of time with her and her little boy, so I haven't really been in the studio so much for filming, or at least times that I'd usually film, so that's also why I haven't been filming. Right now what I'm going to do is make another reel, and it's going to be everything that I crocheted this week. I've actually crocheted loads this week, because by this week I actually mean last week. So from Monday to Sunday, I didn't crochet anything yesterday. I actually crocheted quite a lot. A lot of the time what I do is at the beginning of the week I'm making half-made stuff, so I'll make all the heads for the turtles and all the feet for the turtles, or all the bodies for the frogs, and then towards the end of the week I'll finish them all off. So I've got quite a lot of items that I have made, so I'm going to make a video for that because those videos almost always do pretty well for me. I have also already got a pre-filmed and edited hook video. I think I edited it. I'll have to actually check. I might have not edited it, but we'll see. After I do this video of everything I've crocheted this week, that'd be 3 videos that I have just ready to go whenever. I feel like I seem really like gloomy. It's just because I'm being quiet because the kids are in bed. I have also found out that I have a cyst on one of my ovaries, which I predicted, to be fair, because I have a lot more pain on my left side. However, I don't really know the ins and outs of the cyst and the rest of the scan that I had, because I went to see a doctor for something else today, and I just wanted to check with her that the scan had been sent to the doctors, because I have the appointment tomorrow to go in more detail about that. But I can't say it's exactly ideal, but it's what it is. I'll find out more about it tomorrow. Right now I think I just feel a bit dead because yesterday was really busy for me, spending some time with my friends, and then obviously yesterday being my birthday and everything. So like I said, I'm going to get on with that everything I crocheted this week reel right after I've drunk this cup of tea. My legs hurt from being down here and trying to squat down, but like out of the camera and off. That is that video now filmed, and I can add back in the other things that I did the week prior so that they're in there, because they're all things that have not got tags on them, apart from this cat that's got a tag on it, but I don't know why that's up here. What I might do is maybe edit that video straight away so that it's ready, because that's probably the next video I'd like to put up, because I don't like the videos, the ones that are of everything I crocheted at the weekend, or too much stuff in here. Everything that I crocheted at the weekend or everything I crocheted that week. I don't like to wait too long in between when I actually film them and when I post them, purely because I don't know. I don't really know why. I guess because I also do YouTube and then I talk about what I'm doing on YouTube, and it kind of looks a bit weird, I think, because YouTube, I tell you the dates and everything, and then, I don't know, 3 weeks after that date, you seem to have made all the same things that you made months ago on YouTube, and it's like, I don't know. Also, I don't want to forget the dates, because I usually put this is everything that I crocheted Wednesday to Wednesday, or whatever dates they are. I think as well, I know this sounds very silly, but people don't believe I've actually made that much in the week or in the weekend or whatever. So I think I just gaslight myself, and I'm like, you know what, no, you're right, I can't have made that much, that's impossible. When actually I have made that much. I'm just fast at crocheting. I literally do this for a living. So yes, I'm going to be faster than average at actually crocheting. I also really optimise my crocheting by doing production line type thing. So like I said, I don't always do it, but most of the time I'll make the small items and then all in one batch, and then finish them all off in another batch, whether that be over a couple of days, whether that be over a week is usually how I do it. I usually batch make things at the start of the week and then finish them all off at the end of the week. But sometimes I do that one day, I'll batch make things, the next day I'll finish them all off. Anyway, I'm just rambling. I'm going to edit that now. Then after that, I think what I'm gonna do is actually tag those items, or at least start tagging those items, because that's a whole box full of items that aren't tagged up. All those items are already put onto my pricing spreadsheet, which I believe, if you count my crochet hooks that I've got almost £2,500 of stock. But I think if you don't count the hooks, I've got about £2,200 worth of stock, maybe a little less than that. I've got quite a lot of stock. But now that I've got a proper, I basically went through and counted all my stock to make sure that my numbers were right. I just have a small list of small items that I want to power through to make sure I've got plenty of each colour, because for example like axolotls, I think I've got like 33 axolotls or something, but then I've only got 3 red axolotls and I need more than 3 red axolotls. So yes, I've just got a bit more of a specific list. But first I'm going to have to tag these items in this bottom box here, or I'm not going to have anywhere to put the items that I make. So yes, that is what I'm going to get on with. I'm going to edit that video and then tag up those items, and then if I have time I will crochet. Hello, so I am currently making blue Tank the Turtles, because that is one of the things that's on my priority list. I have started tagging up some items, but only green Tank the Turtles, purple Tank the Turtles and forest green frogs, because I didn't have that many tags already prepared and I could prepare them, but I think I'm going to wait till this evening and take it downstairs and do it downstairs, like whilst I'm with Rob, and maybe he might help me. I'm going to wait for that instead of doing it here, because I've also just got more room downstairs. Using the guillotine on this desk isn't exactly ideal. So now I'm on my 4th Tank the Turtle and I wanted to make 5 more, so that is great. On my list, I'll also let you know what else is on my list. So we've got blue tank turtles, forest frogs, lime duckies in frog hats, red axolotls, green axolotls and blue axolotls, and they're on my priority list for the small items. So what I'm trying to do is just power through them so that I basically have a decent number of every single colour of every single small item that I'm happy with. So even if one thing does well, it's really unlikely to sell out in any colour, because as I think I said in this vlog, I have 4 markets in April, towards the end of April, and it's all within 7 or 8 days of each other. I need to make sure that I've got as much as possible before this event so that no matter sort of how much sells, there shouldn't be many items that will be really low, so that there'll only be a few items that I need to focus on, if that makes sense. So I'm basically hoping that nothing sells out, or no particular colour sells out, and that just a few will run low so that I've not got too much to prioritise for those April markets. But yes, this is the 4th one and I'm just finishing that up. And then I'll probably move on to something else for tonight. Well, no, I'll definitely move on to something else for tonight. I don't know what. Probably axolotls, because I've already got a lot of the bodies for the axolotls, so that'll just be finishing those off. And then I think I'll also schedule a reel for tomorrow, and then that's it. So I don't know if I've got much more to talk about today, but if I don't speak to you anymore today, I will probably speak to you tomorrow. Hello, so it has been a few days now. Has it actually been a few days? No, it hasn't. I spoke to you yesterday. It is now Wednesday the 12th of March and it is my child-free day. I do have craft club later on at 1 o'clock, but it's only 10 now, so I've got quite a bit of time to do some work. However, what I'm going to be doing is editing, and that's a little bit boring, so I'm actually going to leave the video here. You'll be able to see the plant in the background. It's looking a little bit worse for wear right now because my friend gave it to me a while ago because her cat had been like scratching at it, so you might be able to see, I don't know if you can see from there, but some of the leaves like literally have scratch marks in them. Some of the leaves aren't even on them anymore, and then we unexpectedly got a cat and he was okay in the beginning, but then he started tipping it over. So luckily he wasn't actually like digging it or anything, but he just kept knocking it over. So it's now in my office because the cat doesn't really come in here unless I'm in here. However, I'm thinking of just maybe completely propagating it because a lot of the stems no longer even have leaves on, so they're a bit dead. There's a few dead leaves and it's a little bit of a mess at the moment, especially because a friend said she didn't rotate it too much, so, and I can kind of tell it's all been growing in one way. I might just end up propagating that whole thing, but for now it's just in here away from the cat. However, this is where I'm going to leave the video today. I really hope that you enjoyed. I have no idea how much content I've actually got for this, so this potentially could be a short video because I can't remember what content I've filmed. I think that's mostly because with it being my birthday and everything, I feel like I've lived a million lives this week. But anyway, this is where I'm going to leave the video. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you did, then please do give it a like and let me know your thoughts and any video suggestions that you have down in the comments. And if you enjoy this type of content, then please do subscribe so you don't miss my future uploads, because I post videos like this quite often. I also do a lot of market vlogs. Whenever I go to the markets, I do the prep and the vlog and breakdown of the markets, so they will be coming up pretty shortly because there's a couple more weeks until my very big market that I have. Yeah, that's it from me and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!